haven't read too much about Dark Souls 2. Anyway, the ending involving these guys I can't do anymore because I gave the where I brought the Lord Vessel to Frampt, and once you do that, you can't get the Dark Wraith ending. So I'll explain more about that when that actually comes up. So this area you can actually just jump straight down into the abyss here, but it's kind of dangerous because you'll probably hit one of those ledges along the way and die. So I just tend to walk all the way down. So we're going into a boss fight with 40,000 souls. But that's just because the guys up to this point are worth a shitload of souls. So this is the end of the track here. If I jump down there right now, I will die. So what we want to do is to equip the Covenant of Artorias. Let's make sure we have everything. I want to have a magic shield equipped for this, I believe. So I guess the Silver Knight shield or the Crest shield would be better for this. This has much better physical stability. But I'm more worried about magic damage on this. Do I have anything else that would be better that I can actually use? 55 magic. 40. I don't think so. I think that's the best I'm gonna get. And this is one of the reasons I wanted this shield to begin with. I should have upgraded a little bit actually to get the stability higher. I think everything else is okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and try it. Now this is a very fun boss fight. I like this one a lot. There they come. Now it says 4 kings, but it spawns with 1. Okay, that's the attack that I'm wanting to block with my magic shield. And that one's a good one too. Nope, I got grabbed. Okay, another one just spawned in behind me. Every 30 seconds or so, these things will spawn. So you need to kill them quickly. Otherwise, you will die. And then eventually there will be 4 of them. There's a couple of strategies to this. You can stay far away from them and they can only hit you with their magical attacks. Which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. Come on. Because their physical attacks are stronger, but it is dangerous because you can start getting hit with the other guys. Oh, that was super dangerous. Now it's impossible to keep them all dead. They will respawn after a while. It is possible to kill them before. Oh. You can dodge that, but I just didn't. To kill the 4 kings before 4 of them spawn. And I'm getting pretty close to that point right now. I think there's... 3. I should have drank instead of doing that. Well, I was pretty close. They were about 3rd health. Okay. Now, one of the really bullshit things about that fight is that area actually is pretty big. It's not this kind of looping area, so you're gonna have to go get your souls. I'm thinking whether I want to have, instead of this, I just want to have a heal equipped there. Because it looked like if I hadn't missed a couple of those spears, I would have been fine. You know what? I don't know. That seems, if you will go with a Great Combustion, no. I think a Great Fireball is still my best chance here. Okay. Even though I'm gonna have to switch my hand out. Okay, so I'll meet you back down there, I guess. Okay, we're back here. And you'll see what I mean in a second by the thing I said about the area being big. I'm trying to find my souls here. And they're all the way over there. I'm just trying to move in that direction as the kings close on me. This way. Okay. Why did I do that? Well, at least I got my souls back. Alright, we're back down here in front of the Abyss. I've decided to change to a slightly different strategy, and that I'm not even going to have my sword equipped here. I've just equipped some heavy soul arrows, great heavy soul arrows, and in hopes that I can actually finish off the last bits of the boss. I'm having some trouble doing that while switching my weapons here, so hopefully just getting rid of my sword will do that. I've been having some trouble with the boss simply because I'm running out of spells, and because sometimes, you know, they'll do weird stuff to make you miss. Also because this is apparently a finite area, which I didn't realize. Just gonna open up with that. That's cool, I guess. Which means my normal strategy of just backing up perpetually is kind of problematic after a certain point. Okay. Cool. So let's start working on this one. Just keep myself topped up here as much as I can. I like to let that hit me so that I can absorb as much of that as I can. So it doesn't interfere with other stuff, like avoiding those attacks there. Okay, as they get lower in health, they start spawning more quickly. I believe. So I'm trying to kill them as fast as possible. I think it's also timed, so... A couple more spears into this guy. Maybe 3. Oop. That was probably a waste of that spell, but he was getting awfully close to me. Okay. That didn't even hit him. I know there are 2 active right now. Shit. I'm losing it. All right. Let's close in for the there we go. Whew. It's a nasty fight there. You can see I had to use most of my resources using spells there. It might have been a bit easier with my sword, but I didn't want to risk it, especially considering how many times I've had to do this. It's not necessarily that this fight is a problem. It's more that it takes a long time to run back, and that makes me a bit reckless, I suppose, which is a problem in a lot of areas, in that I will get super reckless once I start realizing that I'm getting low on health and having to run all the way back. So, I don't know. I guess it's a function of my mentality while playing. So you'll see I didn't get 4 humanity and however many souls I originally had from that. So apparently I ran out of sight of the bonfire. This is one of those times where having no map is extremely detrimental to the game. I basically can't find my way out now. But I don't foresee ever having to go in here anyway, so I'll just homeward bone out. Whatever. One of the things I planned to do at one point was to grab that big chunk of souls and homeward bone out and just fight them near where I knew they would reappear. Let's see if that bonfire's active for warping. No. I don't really care. So let's go ahead and I guess use these souls. Let's see. We're gonna need some dexterity. I really just... Let's do intelligence first. I'm really just kind of putting points into stuff because, you know, eventually we might be able to use that sword, those weapons. Oh look, Big Hat's gone.
Oh, there you are. Just so you know, Master Logan has left on his own again. It seems that he is still determined to find the famed regal archives in Anor Londo. I intend to search for him. Only before I leave, there is one thing I wish to do. You see, Master Logan has left most of his books. With them, I could teach you Logan sorcery. You have done much to assist me. Before I leave on this journey, I will teach you all that Logan has to share.
So he'll actually teach some of Logan's sorceries now.
Oh, hello. You made it. Then let us begin. As promised, I shall bequeath Master Logan's sorcery to you.
And he'll basically sell me Soul Spear and Homing Soul Mask, in addition to whatever else he might have left. And he'll stay here until you buy all that stuff. However, after a certain point...
It's not that I'm concerned for Master Logan's welfare. Even in this treacherous land, Logan's skills are unmatched. He is a true hero. No, the reason I seek Logan is, well, it's really my own conceit now, isn't it? Goodbye then. Do stay safe.
Is that he will eventually follow Logan to, well, wherever Logan has gone, which is not clear at the moment. Let's just replace this. But we will be finding that out soon. That's actually probably going to be the last thing I do, since I have so little left in the catacombs to do. So, how do I wish to do this? I'm thinking about this. Let's see if that ember we got is something I'm actually supposed to give to this guy over here.
Well, I'll be. That's a brilliant ember you've got there. For all my years in the trade, that might be the finest. How's about you leave that ember with me? I'm just an old smith. I'd give my left arm for a gem like that. Well, thank you mightily for that. Now, just leave the rest to me. Andre of Astora gets the job done, you shall see.
So we can now get weapons up to plus 15 if we were to want to. I've been thinking about this, whether I want to make an occult weapon. And I think at this point, I suppose the answer is yes, as it increases the scaling of my stuff here and makes it so that I can scale it up more. I'm trying to remember exactly where you get the big thing. I could have sworn there was another way of making divine weapons higher, but I can't think of any. Occult would also be very bad for what I'm doing here, so I'm not really going to do that yet.
I'll be seeing you there, Pete.
Because I'm going to be going to the catacombs next. Because we need to visit Vamos and stuff like that. I suppose the easiest way to visit Vamos would be to just go there from Firelink, because if I go from the Tomb of the Giants, I'm going to start halfway down the thing, and I can just warp from the bonfire there. Once I get there, so let's go ahead and do that. Oh, and I guess we'll let's just go ahead and attune fall control, because we're going to need that. So the reason I'm doing this next is because it's pretty much the shortest area at the moment. We'll talk to him later about our findings. the shortest area I have left to go in because I have stuff to do there. I'm just gonna ignore these guys. And so you remember I said before those big slime guys seems like they'd fit a lot better down here. Not only do they spawn the head things that appear in here, but they seem to be made of dead bodies, which would presumably be some form of undead. Okay. Oh, there he is. Ooh, that was close. Almost knocked me straight off the edge there. I don't know what kind of damage that is. I would presume it's magic damage. I don't think I have one of those shields. It's exactly the same as the Caduceus round shield that I got in the graveyard before, though. As far as I can remember, it's exactly the same. Let's avoid fighting some mans here. Okay. I guess I repair my stuff, so if I die, I can at least have used my souls on something, eh? Okay. So what we're doing here is we're just gonna head down to Vamos, and to do that, we basically want to get to like the second tier of that of those bridges, and then go into that circular path that leads from there. So I just want to jump off here and then jump down a level. So I want to be right down there. What's the best way of doing this? Well, I suppose I could just come in here, and that would be sufficient to get me down there. Da skeletons. No, actually, this is the wrong spot, isn't it? Yeah, this is all the way down. Well then. I don't know, I suppose I wanted it to be there, didn't I? Yeah, right here. I believe is what I'm looking for. There we go. And I could just go to the bottom, but this is faster. If I, pay attention. In the end, I don't have to fight the bone wheels, potentially, this way. Although I guess I kind of want to fight them. Okay. Well, I guess I still have to, really.
Is that an ember from you yonder?
remember finding that in... Well, yeah.
Yes, yes, very well. We'll get these old bones to work.
You're a creepy fucker.
Well, what was that about? Don't be coming around here without a good reason. Why, that's an ember unlike any that I have seen. A very curious pattern. Could it be the flame of the legendary witch? I know. Suppose you left that ember with me. Old Vamos would never let you down. No, not ever.
So we'll give him the Chaos Ember.
Yes, splendid. Splendid indeed. My, oh my. You precious little thing.
I love his voice. So, now we can make Chaos Weapons, which requires us to have a plus 10, or maybe a plus 5 fire weapon. Yeah, it must be plus 5. So let's go ahead and make one. Chaos Claymore. And these now take red Titanite chunks. So I mean these are only used for fire weapons, so I'll go ahead and upgrade this as far as I can get it. Okay, plus 4. It's pretty cool. Now what Chaos Weapons do
If that be all, then be gone with you. You'll spoil my focus.
is it'll make it so that you can increase the fire damage on the weapon by raising your humanity. Why am I still carrying around a bunch of those weapons? I don't know. And you can see it gets rid of the scaling, but it does a lot of damage and a lot of fire damage. It's quite good for the area we're going into now, so maybe I should use it. And my... Well, I did that wrong. I'm going to want my sword around for a specific purpose later, but for now I don't really need it. So, just go ahead and canvas talisman. And we're fat rolling here. So, I'm still fat rolling. Well, I suppose we don't need this. Let's go ahead and put this on. Yeah, I guess there's nothing for it. We can't use this right now. Well, we'll use it once we get down into the area, but I don't want to fight bone wheels like that. Because I want to potentially get one of their item drops. So I don't want to have Havel's ring equipped for that. This is probably the last time I'm going to come in here. I'll go ahead and use the humanity on this, just to raise my item drop chance for this. And they drop a pretty good amount of souls too. Something that is insignificant at the point in the game that you want to be doing this stuff at. Still nothing. Oh well. Alright. And looks like we've rounded all of them up there. Okay. So, I suppose it is now time to go ahead and I don't know why I went all the way down that way. Let's see, how far over my limit am I? 37. So if I equipped a lighter shield, maybe. No, I guess that works fine. Okay. Silver Knight shield's good for something, I suppose. Now, I believe the Black Knight shield and the Silver Knight shield are essentially identical, aside from the fire resistance on the Black Knight shield, and the fact that the magic resistance on the Silver Knight shield is better. So, I guess it's actually technically superior for this part. Oh, I guess we'll have to do this normally for a moment. Oh, you know what I could do? I can use the sunlight maggot here and be grossly incandescent and not have to worry about all that crap. I was going to use the light spell, but this works even better. Okay. Notice how much damage that's doing to that skeleton. They're quite vulnerable to fire. So, it is the preferred method of dispatching them. But we are not going to worry about that overly much. Bye. Didn't seem to kill him. I'm not sure if I should be concerned about that or not. I think I probably should be. Now, one of the things about this area is that there's a ton of items here. Hey, look, it's Patches. Hey, Patches. And I intend to get them on the way out. Oh, this is where I want... Yeah. This is where that ember that I was talking about is. Okay, so let's rest at the bonfire over here. I don't know if I can jump down to that, but I'm not going to try. And equip us up a new set of spells here. So fall control's quite good here, but I guess we can be grossly incandescent, and that will take care of that. But we want a lot of artillery here. Perhaps even to the point of getting rid of lightning spear, since fire is going to be our priority. Firestorm's kind of hard to use, so I'll just go with a plain old fireball. Okay. So, our first priority, I guess, is to get at that item I was hinting at before. Which is, as I hinted at before the last time I was here, in a very difficult to get to area. It's one of the hardest things to do. As far as I can remember. This place is filled to the brim with these horrible, horrible guys. And I don't think I can hit them with this spell. Oh, I can. Okay, never mind. We'll have a pretty good time of this, as long as I don't lock onto anybody. So it looks like we got 3 of them. Unfortunately, there are 6 of them down there. However, getting 3 of them does make this substantially easier. Because that means I can pick off the other ones a bit more easily. There we go. Maybe there's only 5. Nope. 6. Something to note is that as soon as they go outside of my light radius, I deselect them. I suppose it's because I can't see them, which makes sense. This is bad, this is bad. Yeah. But you see that guy there. Okay. They also won't really follow you that well, on the top, so I can't just... Well, I'm gonna try it this time, but... It's harder to get them to bunch up, so they can hit them all, aside from those 3 initially. But the best way to try to do that would be to jump across this gap here, which does work. You can do it. Another way of doing this is just to throw stuff down at them. It does work too. Okay, that's 3,000. That's all of them. So, I suppose Great Lightning Spear is doing about as well as anything else here. That was awful. Okay. So can we attract just one of them here? I can see the one standing by my souls in the blacksmith. There's one. But we got both of them. Shit. I hit both of them. Sweet. Okay. What? That's enough of you. Now these guys, as I said before, will actually drop their Murakumos, which is what the other guy. I already have one. So we get the large divine ember from him. So now I can make my large sword. As a matter of fact, since I'm going to be warping back to this bonfire anyway... That's a good question. Should I go do it now? This is easily the most useful point with where you would want one of those. There's an awful lot of items over here that I want to get. But since I'm warping to this exact point, basically, I don't see any downside to going to get it now. Oh, I might be out of green Titanite shards. That's... Oh, no, wait, it's going to use white chunks, isn't it? That's alright, okay. So I'm pretty sure this is the bonfire. It's meaning when it says to warp to the Tomb of the Giants, so... What are we going? Oh, alright, I'm going to perish. So we'll compare the sword and the things here. I could go upgrade my my shield. And this thing is annoying. I suppose if I'm using that that thing, that helmet, I don't really have to have the Silver Knight shield equipped, do I?
Oh my, what a brilliant ember you have there. I've only heard legends of such specimens. The embers used for the secret rites of divine blacksmiths. Perhaps you could lend it to me. I've long dreamed of forging divine weapons.
Yep.
Splendid. Splendid. Thank you. Andre Restorer never disappoints. I assure you.
There's really only one other ember that we have to find, and it's in the next area with the soul. This actually makes it so that the very last thing we're going to do is the DLC stuff before we actually complete the game, which is fine by me. So, I don't know if I want to upgrade this all the way. I don't have enough chunks anyway. But that's just fine.
Yourself killed. Neither of us want to see.
I typically prefer the ones that keep the scaling of multiple stats on them. Oh, look, a dude. But I suppose it doesn't really matter for this, especially since my faith is so much higher than my other stats.